Hello people, right, I have had a few distractions this morning, personal stuff and other stuff as well. So the first thing I do when I'm not in tune with the charts, as it were, I don't want to be grabbing falling knives. So I've had a few trades, cable short, GA short, a couple of other shorts as well on the pound, but now we're overextended. So first thing I do when I'm not sure about what to trade is I go to my ADR chart. It's on a separate chart, just a different template, and look to see what is showing any sort of discrepancy. Ideally something overextended, but there's nothing overextended that I can clearly see here. The nearest to its 14-day ADR, this is the 100, this is the 14, this is today, is GZ, which is why I was looking at that chart. So I've got a few lines on GZ because I opened the chart, started to draw the lines and thought this would be looked at this, opened GZ and thought it would be a good chance to actually show what I do to get my into the zone, as it were. So the other thing that is interesting is that the charts, the ones that haven't moved at all in terms of their ADR, I took a trade on Euro based on that. So they've got potential to move, if that makes any sense. I mean, a third of the 14-day ADR and a third of less than a third of the nearly a quarter of the 100-day ADR has some potential to move. Obviously we get sideways days and all that sort of thing, but a third is obscene, so I would definitely be looking at potential on ACAD as well. I hope that makes sense. So back to the pound New Zealand dollar. I opened it up on the monthly, which is what I do. Some people have their support and resistance indicators and all this sort of thing. I prefer to do it with a totally clean chart and just observe then. If you go onto my YouTube channel and look at the, or just type into the search on my channel, lines, you will see quite a few videos of how I draw my lines as well. Okay, I've got one set up for playlists, so you can do that as well. If ever you've got any questions about anything I do, always check out the YouTube channel with the playlists on it. A link to the YouTube channel is in my Twitter profile. Okay, so start off drawing the lows on anything that may affect my price as it's going down, where we are today, and then lows on anything that the price is trying to close through. Remember, this hasn't closed on this monthly chart yet, so all of these lines, this may well reverse all the way up there and close above these two, which would mean the lows of those two have held as support. At the moment, looks like they're clearly giving way. We have, by the looks of it, reversed to the downside, which I hadn't filled in there. That's a 3-candle reversal. There's candle 1, there's candle 2, and there's candle 3, the close and break, or break and close. So that's why this is potentially pushed down, and that would have been our indicator that to look for shorts, and obviously it's done what it said on the tin, as it were. So then we've got a few yellow lines in here. I can draw them on again because it won't affect what's already on there. So we've got a resistance level that price is battling to get through there. We've got a resistance level. We're currently through it, but we haven't closed through it on that candle high there. This would be the next resistance level to be tested when the price comes down, and as it is, it's through all of this, but it hasn't closed, as I say, so anything can happen, but that's important. Then we've got this support that I hadn't drawn on. That's important. Probably not to today, but now what I do is drop down another time frame, and don't be sort of alarmed at all these lines on here, because when you go down to the lower time frames, they represent massive gaps between price. You know, if I go down to, let's say for the example, the hourly, you will see now that you have got a huge gap to that monthly support and the old monthly resistance there as well. and you've got clear space all around you, all sorts going on. But if you've done that, say for example this morning, this, you can see what's happened here. It's pushed down below this monthly low, pushed back up again, and finally used it as support, acts as resistance there. So that would have been a massive indicator that price was going down, and all you needed were those few monthly lines on there. So we need to go back to the monthly quickly, make sure my vertical line is in the monthly candle that is affecting price at the moment, because this will have other candle lows and bits and pieces in it now as well. On the lower time frames, we'll potentially have a weekly candle in there which will shorten the gap between the price and what's happening, and then a daily that might come between the weekly and then the monthly, and so on and so forth. I hope you get the picture. So this is part one of getting in the zone, I think I'll call it, and drawing the lines, or getting in the zone, drawing support and resistance lines. Yeah, that sounds good. So this will be part one, and then I'll make another part to it as well.